going deep into double coverage, and that will be White picking it off. His fifth of the season. Second down and 8. Pass out into the flat, and Johnny Holton will go nowhere. And that's third and 18. Allen stepping up. Going to take off. And Allen will take. On 4th and 6. Allen fires. Caught. That moves the chains. John Brown. Singletary. Look at those moves by the rookie, and powering his way to the 1 yard downs this season. Is this number 9? Yes, it is. Touchdown, Bills. Goal here. Meanwhile, you got the Wildcat again. You got Connor's going to take a low snap, and then the ball is out, and the Buffalo Bills surround it and have it. A little trickery with Johnson giving it up, and the Buffalo Bills with a big turn. As usual, rushing 4. Fired. That'll be caught at the 45-yard line by Smoke Brown. Shoulder shaken down. He goes, and that ball is out. Alejandro Villanueva saved the day with the recovery. Here comes the blitz, and Hodges will go down. And that's Trent Murphy. Hodges fires, and that's going to be picked off. That's White again. White with his second interception is forced out of bounds at around the 20-yard line. Which he does. John Brown, flag is down. He got position.
A commercial, and it's late 4th quarter, and the Steelers fans have the terrible towels going. It's 10-10, and the Renegade music is going wild. And the play, look at this play. Yeah. And we come out of commercial, and it's 10-10. And what do we got, Bills? We're facing this, and Josh Allen cocks back and lets it rip. Where's John Brown? Let's go for the jugular. I love the attack here. This was 10-10. This drive was everything you want to see if you're a Bills fan. We're not going to cower into the night. We're not going to settle for field goals. We're going to take it to them in their building. Their strength coach is a guy named Hal Luther.
What's he got?
He uses the term ride the lightning. That's what's all over their strength room. Ride the lightning. They rode the lightning and they rode Josh Allen when they needed it most. They stepped right into the belly of the beast and they came out swinging. I loved what I saw from the Bills in crunch time in this.
Minutes to go. 3rd and 9. Allen to the end zone. Caught. Tyler Croft, the tight end, for the touchdown. 2nd and 15. Hodges under pressure again. Stepping up, stepping away, but not for long. Jordan. Rush 4. Going to the end zone. Picked off in the end zone. Jordan Poyer with the interception. So Duck went for it all to the right. Hodges swallowed up. Jordan Phillips cost him a ton of time on 2nd and 18. Hodges signals deep downfield and throws, and that one is picked off in the end zone. That is Wallace who will end it with.
Let's go! Yeah! We're going to the playoffs, baby. Let's go!
Man right here, Brandon Bean.
It's Jordan Phillips.
He doesn't get enough credit, man. This is the man that put everything together, helped us out. He's a hell of a guy, hell of a leader. Brandon Bean. That's all I want to say.
That's when you looking for a contract.
Oh, let's go! Boy, oh boy. Look at that. I put this whole video together, chopped it all up for you guys, and now you got to look at my ugly ass. I don't care. We're 10-4, clinched a playoff spot, first time in 20-something years, right? We did it the right way. The right way. It's happened. It's happened. Guys on YouTube, give it a thumbs up. You guys on Facebook, make sure you hit the thumbs up. Let's get into it, bro. Let's get into it. Let me get to some of these comments here. We got a lot to talk about tonight. We're talking Bills Steelers. I was a shit show. There was a casino right next to the stadium. It was a disaster for me. We got Pro Bowl snubs, Trey White in this bitch. We got a million things to talk about tonight. Let's dive into it. Let me get to some of these comments here. Shivas, Ketty G, Ethan, let's go, let's go. Batman, we in this. Tom talks. What's going on? I'm sorry, guys. It's been too long. I've been a little stagnant here as I do sometimes, up and down. Look at you go to Pittsburgh, you're gonna fall off a little bit. Okay, it was a long trip. I cut loose a little bit. Okay, you're gonna see here shortly. They put me and my buddy up on the news, and I was absolutely trashed. I could not have had more alcohol in my system. Okay, and there's a picture of me being absolutely wasted on the news. My kids are going to love it when they get older. I mean, it's absolutely wonderful. Ronald, we need to beat them, and Miami needs to beat them. Yeah, we're going to dive into all the Patriot talk, all the how we win the AFC East talk. We're going to dive into it. But I wanted to start with how happy I am, how happy we all should be as Bills fans, okay? We're all pumped. Everybody knows. Everybody's fucking excited. You go into Pittsburgh, and you get a big hot W like we did. It's a ginormous game. All they talk about is how good Pittsburgh's defense is, their turnovers, their sacks, the pressure they're going to get on the quarterback, this and that, and everybody picked Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh was favored to win, and the Bills went in there and absolutely showed them who had the better defense, who could force the most turnovers, who could get more pressure on the quarterback. We made Duck Hodges look like, I mean, our D-line was duck hunting. Honestly, the dude had no shot. He had no fucking chance. It was a beautiful display. And, I want to get a little real with you guys here, right? a lot of you guys watching here, we're diehard Bills fans, okay? So you guys know, especially guys that are my age, a little bit older, a little bit younger, we know we were never able to see the 90s Bills. I wasn't able to appreciate the Super Bowl run, all the wins that they had, right? So to see a team after the entire, all of the 2000s, literally, guys, 20 years, finally, after 20 years, we see a new ownership come in, new GM, new head coach. They come in here and they start creating a culture and building this bitch up the right way. It is so beautiful. It is so beautiful. And we should all be thankful, okay? Because we invest so much time and so much energy, right, into this team. Think about it. A lot of you guys, we're watching every Sunday, right? Bills have a bad game. They lose the close game. They shoot themselves in the foot like we have for the last 20 years. The penalties, the pass interferences, all the games that we're this close to winning, right? And we can't pull it out. This team's different. This franchise is different. We win those close games now. If it's coming down to the wire and we're going against the Steelers in fucking Pittsburgh, we're the underdogs. We're projected to lose. We go in there and we win that tight game. We force those turnovers. We make the play on third down. Josh Allen and Tyler Kroft for the touchdown. It's a totally different team. And the way Terry Pagula and Kim Pagula came in and hired McDermott and Bean. I mean, let's talk about Bean really quick. I just want to get sentimental really fast before we start diving into the current Bills. But the way that Brandon Bean came in here, got rid of Darius, got rid of Watkins, got rid of Darby, got rid of Reggie Ragland. We cut Sean McCoy. We traded Tyrod Taylor. The way he was able to flip this roster and make all the moves that he has, and still, in year 3 of a complete overhaul, put a winning product on the field and have so much young talent that's showing so much promise. Just like Jordan Phillips said, look, Jordan Phillips is going to kiss Brandon Bean's ass a little bit. He went in there and he kissing that ass a little bit, right? Jordan Phillips looking for that fat contract, that fatty contract, okay? But he's spot on, totally right. Brandon Bean flies under the radar, and he's an absolute gem, We're talking about who should be in the Pro Bowl, McDermott should get Coach of the Year, blah, blah, blah. Brandon Bean should be the Executive of the Year. Absolute masterpiece. And let's all take a second and say thank you to Brandon Bean. I know he's a big fan of the show. He watches it all the time, constantly. I get the notifications, Brandon Bean is watching, right? I love this guy. Love the man. Not more important, just as important is Sean McDermott and what he's done with this team. We're finally starting to get some national attention, some praise nationwide, right? It's okay. It kind of annoys me because nobody gave a shit. Nobody was talking about Buffalo, right? Nobody was talking about Buffalo. And now finally they get that big win in Dallas. They get the big win over Pittsburgh. And now you start seeing them pop up on Good Morning Football, ESPN, NFL Network, that kind of shit. I get it. You got to earn it. But these people that are talking about how, they knew Buffalo Bills were going to be, it's really quite annoying. But you look at what Sean McDermott's done, along with Brandon Bean. The fact that McDermott, we didn't make the playoffs for how many years? For before 2 years ago, 17 years. 17 years. I had the list here of coaches. Wade Phillips, Greg Williams, Mike Mularkey, Dick Duran, Chan Gailey, Doug Marrone, Rex Ryan. None of those coaches were able to take us to the playoffs, right? Wade Phillips did, but his final year he did not. So that was the 17 year. All those coaches, right? Unable to get us to the playoffs. McDermott comes in 3 years, in 3 seasons, 2 out of the 3 years in the playoffs with a complete overhaul of our roster. One of the youngest quarterbacks in the NFL. Middle linebacker, your captain of your defense, the youngest at that position in the NFL this year and last year. Phenomenal work. The people, the bandwagon shitty Bills fans that shit on this guy when we get a loss or shit on and say we need a complete overhaul. Blah, blah, blah. It's ridiculous. What him and Bean have done, nothing but astonishing. We should all be super appreciative. I had to say it. I had to go here. I had to start with the show this way because we fucking clinched the playoffs. We're 10-4. We're 10-4. It doesn't happen. It doesn't happen for Buffalo. And this franchise is different now. It's head coach, it's GM. It's different now. I appreciate you guys sticking around. Make sure you comment. We're going to get to the comments here. I'm going to dive in. We're going to talk about everything. You guys on YouTube, hit subscribe if you haven't already. Hit the thumbs up in this bitch. You guys on Facebook, hit the thumbs up. Comment. I want to read your guys' comments. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Super pumped up. While I start reading your comments, I'm going to pull this picture up. This is the picture that they decided to put on the news. Your boy, I got front row tickets in Pittsburgh. And this is me and my buddy. I'm wearing the orange hat there. Could I look like more of a hobo? I mean, I literally look like I've been living on the streets for the last 6 years, shooting up black tar heroin, and somehow I snuck into the game and stole somebody's iPhone. Look at me. What a shit show. They throw that up on the news. This is our local news guy. You guys not from Rochester. This is Mike Catalana, our local news, our local sportscaster. Just look at his face. What the fuck's going on here? Look at these idiots. But, all right, let me get to some of these comments here. You guys are blowing up. I love you, motherfuckers. Blindsided squad. We end this bitch. 10-4. Dustin Lyons, let's go. He's right at my house watching with me. Brandon B says, what's up, G-Show? What's up, Bean, man? You and D-Lines in this bitch. I look like I just blew a bunch of D-Lines right there in that picture, boy. I was lit. I was in Pittsburgh too, Ethan. We should have met up, man. Let's go. All due respect. Good Morning Football was giving Bills credit all season from the beginning. Michael Robinson was. Kyle Brandt. They've been on him a little bit individually, but you know what I mean. Dustin, just what they did. The O-line alone should show you what Bean can do, right? And I don't want to talk. I don't want to get too crazy here, but guys, we have so much more room for improvement. Our salary cap situation is fucking beautiful. No matter what happens this year, it's all house money. All house money. Okay, we're already in the playoffs, right? Great. We win it. We made the playoffs. Successful season. Everybody wants more, right? We want to win that playoff game. We want to beat the Texans. Hopefully it's the Texans. I think we got a good shot at beating them. But going into the offseason, we got a ton of draft capital. We have a ton of salary cap space. Our young talent still under contract. I don't know what we're going to do with guys like Jordan Phillips. I don't know what we're going to do with Shaq Lawson. But they're still... Our offensive line is going to get better. We gave these guys a bunch of 1- and 2-year contracts. This O-line is a bunch of guys that nobody else wanted, really. Chiefs let Mitch Morse walk. We signed Quentin Spain on a 1-year, $2 million deal. The Titans wouldn't give him shit, right? Ty Nsekhe, old, Redskins, didn't want him. Spencer Long, Jets cut him. John Feliciano, he couldn't stay with the Raiders. Raiders didn't want him. The Bills took all these guys that nobody else wanted, that their teams didn't want, and threw them together and said, ball out, best are going to play. Our O-line's going to get better. We're going to get another weapon. We're going to get better on the D line. We're going to get more edge rushers. We got some guys that are getting old. There's so much potential yet. Jake, Blindsided Squad, the most inconsistent channel on YouTube. that's the comment I'm going to get to. Yeah, man, we're inconsistent in this bitch. I'm trying, but boy, when I'm riding that line between being a fan and doing my show here. If I go to Pittsburgh for the weekend, the show's going to slack a little bit. Your boy got loose, though. I cut loose, okay? Derek, Saturday sent a statement to the Pats. That's what we're hoping for. Dustin Lyons, if the Bills win the Super Bowl, there will be no tables left in Western New York. They'll have to import tables from China to keep up the demand. That'll be crazy. It would be fucking crazy. Cody Ford has really improved. Yeah, he has. Cody Ford stepping up big time. He still makes some mistakes here and there when you watch the game over, but for the most part, Cody Ford has played really, really well since Nsekhe went down. JD, did McDermott really win Coach of the Year? Was that article fake? I definitely think he deserves it. Yeah, that wasn't a fake article. What they did was a beat reporter. I think he's for ESPN. He might be for the NFL Network. He ran a survey with GMs and NFL execs. He asked 24 different teams to vote on Coach of the Year, Player of the Year, blah, 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 blah. And with the execs, which is a big deal. You're asking GMs of different teams. With the execs, Coach McDermott did have majority of the vote for Coach of the Year. He beat out John Harbaugh and Kyle Shanahan with the Niners. And if that happens, that's going to be so cool. That's going to be so awesome. Tom talks, the drops are killing us. We need better gloves or something. Dude, it's so frustrating. Allen could have had such a better – the last couple against Baltimore, And then this past game, the drops have been devastating. So that's a great point in time. But back to Pittsburgh here. Absolutely trashed, absolutely throttled. Okay, but we had a blast. Yeah, I wasn't able to do a show. I apologize. But this is me right here. This is what happens. I double down. I get to the game and I go, you know what? Fuck it. I got a bunch of money on the line because your boy puts his money where his mouth is. Okay, look at this. People hop on the bandwagon late, right? You can go back at our YouTube channel and look at all my videos. I've been on this bitch for a long time. I go to the casino. I hit for a little bit in blackjack. I say, fuck it. I'm putting it down on a parlay tonight. Bills, I had $400 total. Won about $1,500. Bills beating the Steelers straight up and staying under 37.5. Bang. Bang. Winning the dough. I'm not rich, but I'm that confident in my Buffalo Bills. And now, this bet on the bottom here, it shows you. I got Buffalo plus 7.5 and the under, 38.5, 100 to win 211. And the more important bet I got going here is Bills straight up to win, and then the under, 38.5, $100 to win 541. Your boy's going for the dough this weekend. I don't see any reason why the Bills, they're going to keep it a close game. There's no doubt. Our team is significantly better than it was when we played the Patriots in week 4. And I think the Patriots are not. They might be a little bit better than they were, but they're kind of trending down where we're trending way up right now. I can't believe that the Bills are this heavy of an underdog. So I just want to show you guys. Look, I hit this weekend. I won a shit ton of money. I was up a few grand. I had a great fucking weekend. There's a casino right next to the stadium. Pittsburgh, if you guys can ever make a trip, you guys ever want to go to an away game, Pittsburgh is the way to go. The city's awesome. Fans are great. There was no disrespect or fighting or anything. It was a blast. It was an absolute blast. Trey White takeover, baby. Got to talk about this boy. Okay? AFC Defensive Player of the Week and first Pro Bowl selection. He's going to be an All-Pro. And he's got so much going on. How about how much better this dude's got? He has got skyrocketing. Okay, and you see Leslie Frazier talking in his press conference about how much work Davis has put in, and it's absolutely showing. I had to give him some props tonight on the show because he's been absolutely killing it. Leader of the defense, maybe not verbally, but by his play, absolutely the best player on the defense. And he's been absolutely killing it tonight, or killing it this year. Let's get to some of these comments here. Dustin Tom, the second one was going to be a pass play where Gore threw it. Yeah. There's so many people shitting on Frank Gore for that play and for Dable for that play call. But it was a pass. That was a trick play. Frank Gore was going for the pass, and he got swallowed up. Nothing you could do about it. I like it. Go for that trick play there. I love that. I love it. Scott, Beasley needs to step up. Very disappointed in his inconsistent hands. Need some height in our receivers. What the fuck? If they get Duke in the game, what don't we know? Trey White, national treasure. Ethan, Bills play better as underdogs. I hate it. Oh, wow, Tom. I know you've never been a fan of Dable, but got to appreciate it a little bit. You guys on YouTube, if you don't hit that thumbs up, keep commenting. Let's go. We in this. You guys on Facebook, thumbs up. Do the same thing. Got to get to this Patriots. But Trey, I'm super pumped. Trey got the Pro Bowl. But how are we gonna just? We're 10-4, already clinched the playoffs, third best record in the AFC, second ranked defense. How in any way, shape, or form are we not? Do we only have one Pro Bowler? It's fucking bullshit. The fact that the Ravens have 12 Pro Bowlers and the Bills have one is asinine. I could not believe it. We do have some alternates. Trey made it. We do have some alternates. Tremaine Edmonds and Andre Roberts. Andre Roberts is a kick returner. Are our first alternates. Okay. Mitch Morse is a second alternate. Josh Allen is a third alternate. Ready for our list of our fourth alternates? That means the fourth tier of guys that are going to go in if need be. John Brown, top 10, top 5 in AFC. He's a top 5 wide receiver in the AFC. Jerry Hughes, Frank Gore. I love you, Frank, and Jordan Phillips. Jordan Phillips, second in the NFL in sacks for defensive tackles, and he's a fourth alternate. Jordan Poyer, 5th alternate. Micah Hyde, not even in consideration anywhere. It's disturbing. It's disrespectful. But what else would you expect? What else would you expect? This Buffalo team that's flown under the radar all year, they're still not getting any credit. The fact that we have one Pro Bowler and none of these guys that I just listed were Jordan Phillips should be is all pro this year. Jordan Phillips is one of the best defensive tackles. Numbers wise. I don't know. I can't. Mario, you going to the Pro Bowl. Sweet, dude. That's awesome. Tom talks, Allen, if you notice throws, high passes that our Smurfs wide receiver are having a tough time going to get it. Yeah, right. And we've done, our wide receiver core is vastly improved since last year, right? 100% better. We know that. And it's still going to continue to get better. I'm sure the Bills are well aware. Look at what they've done with this team. Brandon Beane, Sean McDermott. They know way better than we do what this offense needs. I'm sure they're well aware that they need a bigger target that still has some speed to put opposite of John Brown. So can't do it all in a year. You know what I mean? Last year was the big year. We developed talent, and then we were able to spend money on, we were able to spend money on free agents. This coming year, there's a lot of good free agents out there, and it's one of the most highly touted wide receiver draft classes in college football history. Okay, they're comparing it to the Landry, the OBJ, the Sammy Watkins. They're comparing it to that class. They're saying there's potentially 8 wide receivers that go in the first round. So there's a lot of hype about this draft class coming up. So let's have some patience with what we can and cannot do with our weapons and whatnot. We're improved. We're really improved at wide receiver. Tom talks. You have Knox and Croft there. They're really not used much. Yeah, man. Look, I'm not one of these guys. Tom, I love you, dude, but I'm not one of these guys that can pick apart an offensive game plan when there's obvious mistakes like running the ball too much in detrimental situations. That's kind of obvious. But when it comes to getting guys more involved, how well do you know Dawson Knox's separation percentage, or Tyler Croft's separation, or the best type of offensive formations to run against the team we're going against, their favorite or their best type or their most used defensive formations. That's what that shit comes down to. Brian Dable knows 100 times more than you and I and all of us combined on what type of offense to run. So I can't sit here and say, we got to get this guy more involved. We got to start doing this or this. Brian Dable knows his shit. Okay, I don't know. Sheffy, 20 out of 22 starter under contract. That's huge. Yeah, huge cap, just like you said. Justin, John Brown should have got first team AFC. Totally agree. Or code, Croft got his first TD on the same round he broke his foot on. That was so cool. I just heard that today. That's a great point. Just heard that today. And Croft is a favorite in the locker room. I didn't really know that, but when you hear these other guys talking about him, he's an absolute favorite in the locker room. The guys love him. And the fact that he was able to score a touchdown, game-winning touchdown against the Steelers, that the whole team was lit. It was really cool to see. Sheffy, I'd say we're looking good for the next 3 years. Yeah. With Allen, Tremaine, they're going to pay Trey White. Matt Milano's still under contract for a couple years. Poyer, Micah Hyde, they're going to get extensions, but they're still under contract for a year or two. The next 3 years will look really, really, really bright for this team. And the best part about it is, and I hate to keep talking about this, but the best part about it is that I think more importantly than the players shining and having great players all the time, I think the best part about this team is our coaching staff, right? And Sean McDermott and his his philosophies as a coach. I think they're going to be able to have players come in and plug in that they find that fit their scheme. Let's say Ed Oliver has the potential to be a 10 out of 10 player, right? You can throw in a Jordan Poyer who was, maybe before he came to Buffalo, he was projected as like a 6 out of 10. You could throw a Jordan Poyer who's a 6 out of 10 and have him match with, and have him play just as good as Ed Oliver because of the way they teach fundamentals and the way they teach our defense to play as a unit, right? The cohesiveness, the chemistry, they play together. So, it brings the lower talented players. Not saying Jordan Poyer's not a top guy. Just for an example, you could throw a starter in there, a Kurt Coleman, and have him play just as well as one of the best defenders on our team because of the coaching and the philosophy that they have. So I think it's sustainable because of the culture, because of the process. So that's what I really find exciting. I really love that aspect of this team. Jack, people will start wanting to come to Buffalo. That's another thing. Guys are gonna, better guys are, the more they win, the more they hear from other players on the Bills team. Like, hey, look we got some good stuff going on here. This locker room is full of love. It's all about family. Everybody's bought in. If you want to win, I think Buffalo's gonna have that reputation now. You want to win, Buffalo's a place to go because I don't see the winning stopping here. James, do you think with Dable running the EP offense, it gets the most out of Allen's skill set? See, I don't know. I think their offensive game plan fluctuates so much based on who we're going against. It's hard to get a read, man. It's really hard to get a read. I don't know. I'm not sure. Jack Patrick, Phillips or Shaq? I say keeps Phillips. Yeah, I think you got to go Phillips too. I think he's more of a locker room guy, and I think as good as Shaq has been this year, every year he's gotten a little bit better for the last few years. I think Shaq is more replaceable than Jordan Phillips. Ruben, vamos por los rats. Okay, I don't know what the fuck that means. It seems like a troll though. Let's talk about it. Let's get in. I'm not gonna be here. I can't be here all night. I love you, motherfuckers. And I promise you, I'm doing a post-game show after the Bills-Patriots game. But let's talk about it. We got to get into it here. Patriots are favored by 6.5. I actually think it's dropped to 6. I'm going to look it up right now. How are you guys feeling about the game? You guys let me know. What are your thoughts? What do you think? A, I want to know, what do you think we need to do to win? And B, are we going to win? Are you guys projecting a win here? Let's take the fanhood out of it. Take the fact that we're all Bills fans out of it. What you've seen from the Patriots, what you've seen from the Bills, Chuck Woodward, what's up, man? What's your projection on this game? Bills Patriots. The spread now is at 6.5 still. It's at 6.5 still. Let's go over numbers here. Offense, total yards. Bills are 22nd compared to the Patriots, who are 18th. Both offenses here have been lackluster. Passing yards, we're 201 per game, and that's 28th. They're 248, which is 9th. I'm not worried about their pass game at all. We've been significantly better in the rushing game. We're 5th in the NFL in rushing. They're 19th. And points, we're 22nd with 20 points per game. They are 8th with 26 points per game. Now, defense, they're better than us in every category. Every category, they're a little bit better than us. Mario, fuck yeah, you should do 3 shows a week. I know, man. I got to be more consistent with it. I'm trying my best. No, I'm not. I'm not trying my best. I could definitely be doing better. Defense, total yards, they're 1st in the NFL. We're 3rd. Passing yards, they're 2nd. We're 3rd. Rushing yards, they're 7th. We're 10th in the NFL. Points, they're 1st, giving up 12.9 points per game. That's fucking amazing. And we're 2nd, giving up 15.9 points per game. 3rd down completion percentage, they're 1st. We're 6th. It's going to be a defensive showdown. We know this. Here's my take, and then I'll get to some of your guys' comments here. It's going to be a defensive showdown. I'm not nervous about it. I feel super confident about it. The reason why is Josh Allen has learned that he needs to let his defense win games. Okay? Take that in. I think it's factual information. I don't think that's an opinion. I don't think that's a hot take. I think it's factual information. Josh Allen has learned to let our amazing defense win games. And when there's an opportunity for a big play and it's obvious opportunity, go for it. John Brown, after they played Renegade, single coverage, one-on-one, toss it up there, let our number 1 wide receiver come down with the rock, right? Other than that, hit the flats. Hit Dawson Knox down low. Hit Singletary on a screen pass. Hit John Brown on a slant when it's one-on-one coverage, right? Use Cole Beasley. I want to see Cole Beasley get involved in this game a lot more. And remember, Croft was not available again this first time we played the Patriots, right? Knox was nowhere near a significant part of our offense yet. Singletary was not playing. It was only Gore, and Gore balled out against this team. He had a lot of big runs against this team. We have a significantly better offense, and our defense has gotten better every single week. I'm not worried about this game. It's going to be a good one. It's going to be great. It's whoever wins, it's going to be 17-13, 16-10, 21-13 at the most. You know, it's going to be one of those low-scoring, scrappy games. Whoever makes mistakes on the opposite, if the Bills make mistakes on the Patriots side of the field, we're going to lose. And if the Patriots do, they're going to lose. That's what it's going to come down to. But at the end of the day, we go into Foxborough and get a fucking hot W. Come on. Roof's going off in Buffalo. Yeah, we need Miami to beat them the next week, and we need to beat the Jets to win the AFC East. That would be amazing, but it's nearly impossible. The Patriots, with everything on the line, 98% sure they're going to beat the Dolphins. But Fitzpatrick's got that Fitz magic, and it's possible, right? But I think that's irrelevant. We get that win against the Patriots. Show the world that we're taking over the AFC East, and we're the hottest team riding into the playoffs. There will be no hotter team than our defense playing as well as they've been playing it. Especially if they're going to beat the Patriots, they're going to have to play really well. And then the changing of the guard in the AFC East. It's going to be chaos. This is the biggest game we played all year. This is the biggest game we played in 20 years. You know, every week it's the biggest game, right? When we play the Texans, it'll be the biggest game we played in 20 years, right? So much on the line. So much to be excited for. I feel really good about this game. My prediction, Bills win 21-13. No. I'm not going to say 20. I'm going to say 17-13 Bills. 17-13 Bills. As long as if Josh Allen has one or less turnover, we win the game. 17-13 Bills. All right, let me get to some of these comments here. Chevy, play them the same way we did the first time. Just don't turn the ball over 4 times and you win. It's absolutely correct. Absolutely correct. James, Patriots have trouble putting up points against shitty D. They're going to have trouble scoring. If we could put up 13 plus, we will win. Can you guys imagine if we just play our best D? If this defense shines like they've been shining and they shut the Patriots offense down? Can you imagine if the Patriots put up 10 or less points? 6? 3? Come on. Allen's got to let the defense win the game. Block punt, the only difference in last game. Yeah, absolutely. We lost. Look, we lost by 6 points. No, 7. What was it? 16-9, 16-10. That doesn't happen. Win that game. We're favorites to win the AFC. I don't even want to talk about it. Mario, 21-17 Bills. Brent, 21-17 Brady Lee with a broken neck. Excuse me. Rob, how crazy would it be if we beat the Pats at home? Bills versus Pats. Refs. Eric, do you think we could play No Fear of the Saturday? We already have a playoff spot locked up, so we should go out there and just let it rip. Yeah, that's a great point, Eric. Think about it, ever since we lost to the Browns and McDermott came out and said, look, you guys need to play fearless. Just let it go. Josh Allen's learned to play smart, and now this whole team is playing loose and playing connected. They're playing together. It's been fun to watch, and we've seen, kind of the fruits of the labor shine here. Really, we've seen it. It's been awesome to watch. So I think Allen's learned so much. He was talking in his press conference today about how hard it was for him to watch the tape against the Patriots because he made so many mistakes. And we know he's learned so much from that. Look at his numbers since the Patriots game. He's grown so much. So much. I don't see him having any more than 2 interceptions or 2 turnovers total. Hopefully we could keep it at 1 or less. If it's at 1 or less, I think we get that. Dubbies. We get to some of these YouTube comments. Dustin, oh yeah, how about McDermott changes all the signals before the games for the Patriots if all the players are wrong? I didn't even talk about that. Somebody remind me in a couple minutes to talk about the cheating thing again. That shit pisses me off. Jake, as soon as your son became a Chiefs fan, the Bills went on a streak. Don't let him come back now. Believe me, he's been hearing it. Chiefs are 10-4 this year. Bills are 10-4. I said you should have been on the bandwagon, kid. I broke down with him a little bit. I got serious with him. I go, look at the only reason I want you to be a Bills fan and the reason I didn't want you to be a fan of the Chiefs or any of these other flashy teams is because when I became a Bills fan 20 years ago, when I followed in my dad's footsteps, the fuck was I thinking? Boy, I wish my dad was a fucking Patriots fan. I take that back. But really, though, I had 20 years of failure. I had 20 years of a shit show. I had 20 years of Wait, Greg Williams, Mike Mularkey, Dick Duran, Chan Gailey, Rex. That's what we had, right? Now, my son, who's 9, and he's just starting to get passionate about football, he gets McDermott, he gets Bean, he gets Josh Allen, Tremaine Edmonds. These guys, this team, it's like you're getting handed a gift, kid, compared to what we've had the last 20 years. You're getting handed a gift. Yeah, but Dad, Tyreek Hill is really fast. Have you seen Mecole Hardman? Oh, boy, Dad, he's really great. You don't get it, kid? But Dustin Lines, 27-14, Bills change all the signals, and Belichick gets all the wrong formations. Josh, John Roberts, I sent a crazy blowout, hurried them beneath Gillette. Wow, burying them beneath Gillette. That would be absolutely chaos. If the Bills came out and stomped on the Patriots, I'm in a poker tournament. I'm going to be playing in a poker tournament while this game's going on. I'm going to be a hot, rattled mess. I'm a pacer. I'm a pacer and a jumper and a screamer, constantly cutting loose during these games. I don't know how the fuck I'm supposed to play poker, but it's my buddy's tournament. I couldn't tell him no. James, there are a few perks to dropping the Pats game. If we do, we could play Week 17 as a rest everyone, but Pats will lose and will knock them out of. Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point. But I like our team as a team that's playing a lot. When we've had rest, like coming off the bye, we kind of, when we have rest, I don't think we play as well. I like keep playing. We're running hot right now. Keep having games to play for. Rob, real talk. I'm from Queens, New York, and had to deal with the wide left shit all the time. I'm 40, so I know the non-chip years where the Bills were great but didn't win, and we suck for bad years. It sucks, dude. Absolutely sucks, man. Absolutely sucks. I'm sick of the shit talk, right? Our whole lives, or the last 20 years, everybody's been able to shit on us when we say we're Bills fans, right? I went to Dallas for the Dallas Bills games on Thanksgiving, and everybody said, hey, how about them Super Bowls? How about them Super Bowls? Ha ha! 2 Super Bowls on your ass. I go, yeah, okay, great. I'm not even talking shit to these guys. Got them Super Bowls. And it's just like, God, I'm sick of the shit talk. I just would like to be able to, you know what I mean? Have it switch a little bit. We've gone through the ringer here. Let's switch it up. James, you're right, bro. I take that back. I don't want a week off. Thanks, man. Thank you. Yeah. When teams run hot, especially teams who are underdog like the Bills. I mean, think about it. When the Ravens won the Super Bowl a couple years back with Ray Lou, that team, Flacco was their quarterback. He's okay. He put a good playoff run together, but it was that defense that was running hot, that had everything to play for. And this defense has shown that we could be a Super Bowl winning fucking defense. Josh Allen can make some big plays in big moments, and other than that, we can run the ball with Singletary, and Josh Allen can let our defense win games. We can beat anyone. Any given Sunday, any given Saturday, whatever, we can beat anyone. Look say we win out. Say we beat the Patriots and the Jets, or even we lose to the Patriots in a close game, beat the Jets, we go to Houston first week of the playoffs, and we beat Houston. Is anybody thinking that we can't beat the Chiefs or we can't beat the Ravens? Give me the fucking Ravens. We played Lamar Jackson just as good as anybody did this year, right? We were a Hayden Hurst big touchdown away from being right there in it, being tie game with the Ravens at the end of the game, right? Think about if that last drive with Josh Allen, we weren't able to get a touchdown to tie it up. John Brown. We went to John Brown on the slant, and Peters, I think it was, made a great play. But if that possession was for, it was a tie game there, we're there. We're in the red zone. House's kicking a game-winning field goal. We're right there with the Ravens. Give me anybody. Let's keep running hot. Let's keep running hot here. D, win turnover battle, play D, run ball. That's great. Simplified how to beat the Patriots. Win the turnover battle. Play good D, run the ball. Singletary's got to have a good game. Love it. Simplified and brilliant. Dustin, I really think the Bills and especially Allen know they would have won if they just limited their mistakes. The confidence makes the game different, and I predict a win. Yeah, that's a great point too. I'm sure they know that, and give me a more confident team than the Bills right now. Obviously the Ravens haven't lost in a while, and they keep winning, but the Bills are running hot, coming off a big win, Sunday night, prime time. It seems like we play better in prime time, right? Right? Big game against Dallas. Our 2 biggest wins, Pittsburgh, Dallas. Everybody's watching Saturday afternoon. Only game in the world going on. Only football game in the world going on, right? I love it. I love it. Ravens Bills AFC Championship, John. Wow, that would be fucking wild. That would be wild. No, it won't be. It won't be. It won't be because if the Bills win, they're going to be the 5th seed. They're going to play, most likely they're going to play Houston first round. If they beat Houston, they'll have to play in Baltimore. They'll have to play the Ravens, and then they'll have to play in Kansas City or whoever comes from, or New England, whoever comes from that the lower half of that bracket. Jack Patrick, we can beat anyone if and only if the offense is clicking. Can't count on fourth quarter comebacks. I think we can count on fourth quarter comebacks as long as the game's tied. If we can get an early lead and a team plays catch up, and then we got to make a play late in the game, I'm okay with it. We can't come back. We're not a comeback offense yet. Next year, I think we can be a comeback offense. Don't think we're there yet. But look at guys, your boys going to be more consistent. I promise. Too much action going on. End of the year. Playoffs clinched. 10-4. Thank you to Brandon Beane. Thank you to Sean McDermott. Love this team. Love everybody playing here. Super pumped up. Let's go Bills. Root for your boy. Okay, under 38.5 and Bills to win. Your boy wins like $750. Everybody getting shirts in this bitch. I love you, motherfuckers. Blindsided Squad, we out of here. Hit the thumbs up, subscribe, like, comment, all the above. Thank you guys so much. Let's go, Bills.